We've got friends coming around for tea tonight. It's Kerry and Michelle. Kerry was the one who did the airport run for us to take us to the airport for our recent American trip. He also went down and picked Demi up and the girls and took them back to the airport. So I'd like to say thank you to them. So tonight they're coming around for dinner. Part of the menu is going to be fried rice. So I thought I'd show you how I do my fried rice. In the wok, I've only got 3 eggs that I've whisked together with a whisk. Use cooking spray on the base of the wok. I turn it once and then I lift it out onto paper towel. That's the stage 1. The rest of the ingredients that go into my fried rice are, next thing we'll do is the onion. Now usually I use bacon, but I had a hock in the freezer, so I've thawed that out because I'm the only one that eats pea soup now. So the hock was going to go to waste, so I've cut part of the hock up. Then I have chicken thigh fillets or chicken breast fillets, prawns, capsicum, peas and corn, and finally shallots. I'm using a less salt soy sauce now because I'm finding the salty one is just too salty in my dotage. And this is a brilliant thing I've just found in the supermarket. It's already cooked Sunwhite rice. Sunrice is from the Riverina, which is Rod and Jill's rice, so I try and use that every time I can if it's in the market. And this is great because to make fried rice, you boil your rice the day before and put it in the fridge overnight. So this is already done, and it stays really good when you're trying to cook it. It doesn't go mushy or anything. It's really nice rice. So I've just done my egg, and I'm going to leave that there for the time being. I'm going to roll it up and slice it in a minute once I've got control of what's happening in the next stage. So you need your wok reasonably hot. Fry off your onion. I'm making a big batch of rice today because Mum likes it as an accompaniment, and so do we. So I'll freeze in small containers the leftovers, so I've got it on hand. Now the reason I'm using cooking spray rather than oil is I don't want the fried rice to end up greasy. I want it to be nice and light and separate. So this is sort of a low-fat version of fried rice. The next ingredient in is going to be our ham. And this is already, because it's a hock, it's already been smoked, so it is cooked. So this is basically just to start the heating process with the ham. And then the only thing that we really need to cook next is the capsicum, because the corn and the peas are only basically reheating those. So this fried rice, like everything else, is about texture and it's about colour. So while Pa and I aren't really capsicum lovers anymore, the red just gives the fried rice a lift. Your dad will pick the prawns and the capsicum out. I'll eat all of it and then regret it later, but it's too nice to leave it.
Jenny eats my prawns.
Yeah, I get double portion prawns. And next in is I usually use frozen corn and frozen peas that I thaw that morning. But I had made chowder yesterday for our soup for tonight, and I opened a tin of corn and I had this left over, so I've just decided to use tin corn today, but I prefer frozen. The As you can see, the colours are really starting to come into their own now. You can also see it looks a little bit wet. That's the juice coming out of the meat and the onion and the vegetables. But the rice will absorb some of that. So you can see on the bottom of the pan there's juice there, but none here. So we want to incorporate that juice back in as much as we can, because we don't want wet fried rice. I'm going to start introducing the rice now. If you want to know about quantities, there needs to be a balance between rice and your ingredients. There's far too many ingredients here for rice, which is why I've added a second packet. You'll see what I mean when I add these. I'm going to keep working that, but before I turn the video off, I'm going to start introducing some of my prawns and the soy sauce. We want this to just colour the rice. You can hear it's just hit the bottom of the pan. Now that I've got my rice nearly finished, I'm going to roll the egg and slice it fairly finely. Good thing about this is only 10:30 in the morning, so this can be one of the dishes that you prepare early and then just reheat. There's two ways you can reheat it. You can reheat it in the wok and then take the wok to the table and serve it from the wok. Everybody helps themselves. Or you can put what you need into a casserole dish with a lid on it and heat it in the oven. If you're going to do that, I'll just lightly splash it with a bit of water so it doesn't dry out too much. So the egg is going to go in. And the shallots. Now the wok is turned off at this stage, so there's no heat going in anywhere. I'm just going to turn those through, lifting from the bottom. I'll put the lid on the wok and just set that aside till I'm ready to use it this afternoon. And there you have Nan's special fried rice.